Hello y'all, welcome to part 9 of my Authoritarian Venice playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, The Road to 56. In part 8, we smashed hard into the German Empire through the territory of France, and as a result of that we pushed hard, very very hard. We took over Bavaria, we captured Berlin even, we have our division there, and Germany should fall very soon. And the German Empire leads the Central Powers faction, and once they're down out of the war, we're going to have to fight the Japanese shogunate in Asia. So let's get this war over with the Germans and force them to capitulate. They'll at least surrender to us. We may have to fight their divisions in exile possibly down the line, but that's whatever. We got to research something first. Let's research improved engine. That's going to be done. And let's move our planes slightly, who are operating in southern Germany. That's completely secure now. Send them to northern Germany. There you are. Send them to some airports. We have a lot of Soviet air support in this area, and we're part of the Comintern faction along with many other countries. Let's go to the faction map, and that will load in. Okay, there we are. Comintern, you can see how big that is. And there is the Anschluss faction, who is helping us fight the Central Powers. And the Comintern, well, the Soviet Union at least, is fighting the People's Front. We're going to go help them in a little bit with that. Once we beat Germany, we're going to take out the People's Front, then we're going to go through China and attack the Central Powers there, and say, what is this? Tibet, and through, where's this at? The Ma Clique. So we're going to go through Tibet and through the territory of the Ma Clique eventually. But now let's unpause and continue our advance through Germany. We took Berlin, we're trying to take Leipzig, and I think the Czechs just declared war on the Germans. Yes, they did. I believe they did. They haven't declared war yet. Or did they? Yes, they have. The Czech, what are they? To follow Berlin, yeah. Soviet commander, the Soviets technically took it even though we did all the fighting, whatever. And yeah, we have the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic involved in this conflict. We've got firefighting drills researched. Okay, we have some units trying to push into Denmark, which is held by the Germans. They took over a lot of Scandinavia, but they're going to lose it very soon. They're losing ground in Norway and in Sweden, as well as Finland, where they're fighting our allies in the Comintern. Yeah, the Germans just aren't faring too well right now. Czechoslovakia is called into the war, and are they going to fight? Well, I mean, they're already in the war, so they need to fight more, I guess. Let's keep taking over territory here, though. We got Lübeck. Go to Rostock and Stralsund. Capture those cities. Keep pushing. We're going to lose Brandenburg. Maybe can we use a move? There's so many divisions on the screen, honestly, in this one battle. We lost Brandenburg, whatever. And can the Czechs please take Brussels? It's the capital of the German Empire currently for some reason. And after that falls, I don't know what else we're going to need to take, but we'll see, I guess. And we're pushing hard. Can we get to the state of Angola has capitulated? Oh well. And the state of Angola, I'm not sure what they're a puppet of. I'm not sure at all. What are they here? State of Angola. They're fighting... Where's Angola? Angola is fighting Spain, I think, for some reason. They're part of the Humanité Une faction. And yeah, they're fighting the Comintern. Are we fighting them? I'm not sure if we are or not. Maybe we're not. Not entirely certain about that. They're also fighting Spain. Are we at war with them? Yes, we are. Who even leads the faction at this point? Is it Portugal? Maybe it's the Portuguese. Okay, it's Portuguese Tamir. Whatever. Research slot is free. And you may have noticed the Japanese somehow took Leningrad. I don't know how that happened. It just did. Let's get support 42. And let's also research, what is this? Let's research 1934 medium tank chassis. And let's continue our advance forward. And we lost Berlin. Whatever, let's at least encircle these 3 German divisions. If we can pull that off. May not be able to. We'll see. And the Germans are losing more ground. Even though they did recover Berlin, so that's good for them. We're having to deal with the Czech advance now. And Brussels is probably going to go down very soon. They have a lot of trapped units down here. That's several divisions. Like at least 12 divisions for the Central Powers. Yeah, Heinz Guderian is leading some soldiers there. But it's not going to end well for them because they're encircled. Yeah, they're gone. So let's take Brandenburg once more. We lost Brandenburg earlier. Our division that was there was forced to retreat. Move this division here, take Stettin, and then go to Köln in the eastern part of the German Empire's territory. And let's retake Berlin. That is the plan there. Take out this encircled division in Leipzig and these units to the south of it. Hopefully the Czechs can help us out with that. We've got a recent immigrant influx. And I find it so fascinating we're part of a communist faction, yet we're authoritarian. I mean, we were only let into the Comintern because we were both fighting the Central Powers. Okay, we took, well, getting out of Stralsund, which we just took, I think. And our troops are leaving there. Come on, go south. They have some armor. Let's at least keep their armor delayed, keep them busy. And somehow our units are going to be able to take them out. Well, at least win the battle. We can pierce their armor, though, so it's all good. And we are taking Denmark here for the commentary. Now let's push even more into Denmark. Take Copenhagen, maybe. Or at least all of Jutland. Okay, we're trying to break through here, get an encirclement maybe on these German units. Yeah, let's pull that off. That would be ideal. Encirclement is complete on these guys. They're going to be destroyed. That is the 25th, the Volksgrenadier something or other, and some Heroes Group Reserve Division. That's going to be gone now because they're encircled. They have no supplies, so they're out of the war. Their time in this conflict is over. Let's encircle this armored unit and this German infantry unit. Okay, it's done there. And that is the, what are they? That have the Germans lost? Oh, the German Empire capitulated. Okay, they're out of the war. And so let's go fight in the east, I suppose. Let's send our troops here and go push hard into the Xinjiang Cliques land. Once we get our units there, we're going to have 70 divisions over here, which I'm sure will end very well due to the supply issues. Yeah, I'm sure that would be fun. And we'll let our allies handle the rest of whatever's left of the Central Powers in Europe. But we're done here ourselves. We can modify our government. Let's go to national character, social order. Let's do maybe revolutionary minds. We'll lose some stability. Actually, do we want to lose stability for that? We'll get rocket site construction speed buffs as well as nuclear reactor construction speed buffs. I don't think that's worth it for us. We're not going to be building any nukes as Venice. Can we make any new divisions? That'd be great. Get some more divisions for our military, for our army. And where are they deployed at? Where are they? They're in France, southern France, which, yeah, we took over southern France in part 7. Yeah, took that from the French in a war. Let's give this 3rd Army some units. They're garrison division. Actually, that's not that great. Garrison unit is not really meant for that. Oh well, they're going to go join the Phoenician 5th Army then to just watch our ports. Can we get any normal infantry divisions? That'd be ideal. Deploy some of them. Get a little bit more of them. Yeah, it's going to be for infantry divisions probably. And now let's use those infantry divisions and add them to our... Where are they at? Where do they get deployed to? Okay, they're down here. Send them to the 3rd Phoenician Army. They're going to be very inexperienced and not very well trained for some stuff, but it's whatever. Can we even fight in Central Asia? Is the manpower, well, is the supply not that good? It probably isn't, honestly. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can we attack anyone else? And like maybe go through Pakistan, possibly? I don't know. Maybe we can go down here to Central Indochina. Who's this? Siam, can you give us military access, please? Give us military access. Ask for military access. Thank you, Siam. They're part of the Ansos faction. And, yeah. Let's go help out our army, well, our comrades here in the east. Where are our troops going? Are they actually moving to the east at this point? Do we have enough? We have enough convoys, I think. Yeah, they're moving out now. Good. So they're heading out to Central Asia. It will take them some time to get there, and let's now get the... Okay, don't bother with social order just yet. We're low on manpower, even though we're scraping the barrel. Venice only has so much manpower to go around. And in bottom part of Sweden, I'm noticing there is a couple Japanese divisions stuck down here. One armored division even, wow. As well as one Manchurian division. And there's some units up here also in Finland that are going to be destroyed very soon. There seems to be Japanese and some German divisions that are in exile. Have our units landed? Are you going to be able to land, maybe? Possibly to land in this port here. This Estonian port. Well, I think it's, yeah, Estonia. People's Republic of Estonia, Finland. And they're going to make their way off to the front in Asia, in Central Asia. We're going to help the Soviets fight the Xinjiang clique. And hopefully that'll be good. We could also just justify Mongolia. They may join a faction. Honestly, I don't know who they'll join. Okay, they're Democratic. That may be a bad idea. Anzos is the Democratic faction. I don't want to risk that, actually. So let's justify on Tuva, Independent Republic, then. No, I don't think we'll need to do that. I don't want to have to fight Poland for no reason. Our units are all arriving in the Soviet Union, and they're going through Narva. They're landing there. And now they got to use the Soviet rail system to make their way all the way to Central Asia and fight in Xinjiang. Let's actually join the war there. and fight the People's Front? Where are they at? Okay, sure. Call to arms, we're done there. And yeah, we gotta fight Xinjiang now. And our unit's gonna be available there very soon. Once we arrive, we're gonna set up an order and just push as hard as we can. We may also go up to Siberia, because there's not many troops up there, but I think supply is gonna be better in Xinjiang. We'll see what happens. Once these units arrive, they have a long way to go though. It's a long trip for those divisions. It's currently late July 1942, and the Venetian divisions have a long way to go to get to Central Asia. Due to supply issues, let's just put the 1st Venetian army up in Siberia and see how they fare for themselves up there. I'm imagining supply is going to be pretty awful, but it's whatever. So go up to Siberia, please. Thank you. Go there. That's your order. Get up there, please. Go up to Siberia. I believe in you. 1st Venetian army, don't freeze to death. I know the Mediterranean, well, Siberia is nothing like the Mediterranean you're used to, but you just have to deal with it. And a 3rd army is still moving into position. Good. Let's redo their front line, actually. Make a new front line. There we go. Let's set up an offensive line. The Soviets are actually losing ground here, I noticed. And I wonder if the Xinjiang clique gave military access to the Japanese. I'm not entirely sure. Is there any airports around here? I mean, in that part of the world? I think there is. Let's send our Air Force over there then. Take our Navy, our Air Force, and send them there. We have 250 some planes, 582 close air support. Take them to the Great Steppe. Recent immigrant influx. Okay, motorized support is done. Go to this airport. Going to be pretty crowded, but whatever. May also send some planes to to Siberia. Well, east something. Anyway, in focus tree. Let's do 10 40 troops. Let's send some planes to eastern Siberia. We'll do that. Yeah, air base in Central Asia. And what is this? And where's that? Bukhara, and Tashkent. And how are our troops doing? They're making their way now. They're getting to the Ural Mountains. It's just a long trip for the Phoenicians, just due to sheer geography. And the Japanese are being kicked out of Leningrad. They're still holding on, though. Actually, that's not even the Japanese anymore. That's just a... Is that... What are they? They are a Chinese division. I think they were... wow. I think that's actually... No. I don't know what kind of division that is. What country that division is from. But they're going to lose their territory in Leningrad, though, and they're going to be out of the war because of that. So I see that as a victory. And it seems that the Japanese sent some air support over here for whatever reason. But Leningrad is lost, and that division is going to be encircled, more or less. And how far are our divisions now? Okay, some of them are getting to the Ural Mountains. They'll reach, well, the majority of those divisions will reach the Xinjiang clique very soon, and then we'll push into eastern Siberia, which will probably not go very well, because it has very bad supply up there. A lot of cold weather, probably. Actually, it's not that bad. I mean, it is August, so it could change, possibly, but we'll have to deal with the supply either way. Hopefully attrition doesn't get too rough, but we'll see how that goes. We have some divisions still arriving into the Baltics through Narva. And yeah, this division in Leningrad is going to get surrounded and destroyed. How's everything going up in Scandinavia? Big fight in the Semi-Union's territory, which is a member of the Central Powers. Yeah, they are. They're holding on for sure. They're fighting a brutal fight in the Arctic. Well, not the Arctic, but in the upper part of Finland, Karelia, and the Semi-Union is staying alive somehow. They're being helped out by the Japanese and some Italian and German divisions that are in exile with the Japanese forces, I guess, or at least the Semi-Union. But besides that, the Germans are still, Scandinavia, the Germans still control some territories such as Königsberg in Prussia and the island of Gotland, which is Swedish territory, but a German division is just hanging out there for some reason. Although if there's a naval invasion, it'll just probably get destroyed. The United Mexican States, which was given a Lend-Lease, has canceled the Lend-Lease. Well, that's unfortunate. I like free equipment, so that's a shame. And yeah, so that's happened. How is our units doing? They're making their way there. The 1st Venetian Army is going to have to go the longer way into Siberia to reach their objectives. But once they get there, hopefully they'll be able to do something. Let's send out our planes here. Can we spread out our planes a little bit more? We could, but we'll have some air support now. These planes are standing by. Let's go to this airport in Kabul. which, well, Afghanistan's a member of our faction, so it should be good. They don't have enough range. Oh well. Keep sending some more bombers out here, though. Send some more dive bombers to Kabul. Give more room in this airbase. That's going to be done. Go to Kabul, please. Thank you. There we are. Now use the bombers in Central Asia. Can they even get to Central Asia from their position? I don't think they can. They're right next to it, but it can't be used in Central Asia airspace. Well, that's unfortunate. And in our research tree, let's complete, what is this? Complete maybe Logistics Company 2. That's going to be done. And I'd say our army group has started to arrive in Central Asia. Well, in the Xinjiang, near that area now. The Xinjiang clique is going to have to deal with them. Let's go ahead and order the offensive and get it started. Try to overwhelm the enemy troops here. If they can just push through, that would be great. I don't think the enemy has many soldiers, so we'll take advantage of that. Let's make this battle plan aggressive, just so we'll push through as fast as possible. Whatever we encounter, we're going to hit them hard. We're just going to be aggressive for this entire campaign in Asia, and our goal is to ultimately push the Japanese out of China and then move on to the Japanese home islands and end this conflict with the Central Powers. And the Japanese are going to be fighting on primarily 3 fronts for now. They're fighting in Siberia. Okay, well, they're helping out the Xinjiang clique, I think, maybe, or maybe not. We'll fight them in parts of China, though, in Tibet, eventually in the Ma clique's territory. And they're also fighting in southern China, Indochina, all that. So they were pushing down there. They're pushing into Siam. So that's the 3 fronts the Japanese are on. They're also kind of in, they're in Scandinavia. Kind of. I say kind of because it's a big mess of divisions up there near Narvik. And non-aggression pact from Siam. Sure, why not? We have no ambitions to fight Siam at any point in time. We're pushing here, though, into central and the Xinjiang clique's territory. Once we take care of them, we're going to have a border with the Japanese shogunate, who made, I bet their manpower is very spread out because they have to occupy China. Okay, they do have 1 million manpower, actually. That's a lot higher than I thought. Wow. So they have tons of manpower to fall back on. We do too, kind of, a little bit. And the 1st Venetian Army is slowly moving into position in eastern Siberia. And Army Group 1, well, the main forces of Venice, are pushing into Xinjiang territory, the People's Front territory. And this faction they're in consists of who? It has, let me see here. It has the Republic of Xinjiang and the, what was it? They have the Chinese Soviet Republic. And I don't think any of them are helping them out. Well, Xinjiang is here, I think, because I think they have military access. Yeah, I think they gave military access to Xinjiang. But I don't think, like, the Chinese Soviet Republic's not able to send any help to Xinjiang here at all. We're pushing here. Some of it's going well, some of it isn't. It's whatever. Can we just get another air base, please? That would be ideal. Keep using close air support when we can. Let's move these planes up north. They're not doing nothing. Oh, in Kabul, they're not doing nothing. Move 1 group of close air support here. Have them try to attack Central Asia, please. They can't reach it still. Okay, move these planes, actually. Move them to Siberia. Go up to this port, well, this base here. They're going to go to Chita, and they're going to be able to help out with the Soviet push in eastern Siberia. And they're also aid our 1st Venetian Army, who's tasked with driving out the Central Powers up there. So they're just going to do missions up there, like close air support and air interception, air superiority, and whatnot. So they're going to drive out the Japanese eventually. Even though there doesn't seem to be really, I don't know, not much air supply maybe. Oh well, if there isn't, there isn't. Keep pushing, please. Overwhelm them. We have some mountains here that are impassable. It's whatever, though. As long as we can take back the Soviet territory, I'm happy. And where are the Soviets' army mostly at? The military is fighting pretty hard in Scandinavia. I guess it's where most of the Soviet military is, along with where they're in Indochina, I guess. No, not really. I think only mainly the Soviet Indochina is fighting a big battle up here, which is whatever. But can we just push into Xinjiang? Yes, we are. Get that done. Get to their capital, Urumqi, whatever it's called. Get that place, though, and capture it for the Comintern. And is the 1st Army ready to go? Are these planes here? Are they ready? They are sort of ready. Can they get in the air, please? Standing by. Okay, they're in eastern Siberia now. They have their missions available to them. Now let's begin the attack with our planes. They'll be able to do something, hopefully, in the skies of eastern Siberia. We have 184 close air support here and 100 fighters doing air superiority missions. Improved engines is done. And the Phoenician First Army is still moving into position, because Siberia is just a large front to fight on, which is insane, but I mean it's eastern Siberia, so it's not very surprising too much. Let's push though, use our orders when we can, and use aggressive battle plan, aggressively execute the battle plan, and push, please. Just push back the Japanese into Central Powers, that's all we gotta do here. And how's the other army doing? They're pushing into Xinjiang Clique still, who I don't think has many divisions, frankly. Let's try to cut them off though, and encircle their units, possibly. Can we get that done, please? That'd be great. We took this place. Where's their next capital? What else is here? We'll force them to capitulate. Kashgar is their next place we need to capture. Alright, let's push, I guess, down there. Possibly. One of our generals have been wounded. Oh well. Push here, go to Kashgar then, because they're not really protecting it. I guess we gotta capture Altai. We'll do that, I suppose. And that is technically part of their territory, so it would probably be a good idea to capture that place. And we have some planes available in our reserve. And what do we have? They're in Veneto, so we have torpedo bombers, maritime patrol, and just plain basic fighters. And yeah, I don't need. Oh, we have dive bombers. I'll definitely take some dive bombers. Where are we gonna put them though? I guess we'll put them in where? In Siberia. So get 100 dive bombers, deploy them in Chaita. Dive bombers, where are you? Okay, there's more than 100 dive bombers, 310 of them. Deploy them, please. 100 of them will do. That's good, and that's nearly all the space here in that air base, so that's good enough. 284 close air support aircraft now in Siberia, and we're pushing as hard as we can. Try to push back the Japanese forces here and take Siberia back for the Soviet Union, and eventually take Vladivostok, which the Soviet Union lost a while back to the Japanese advance in the area, well, in Asia. And how is Xinjiang Clique faring? Not well. I mean, they still have their capital, so there is that. But let's keep advancing, though. Overwhelm them where possible. Get to Altai. That's our goal, and also get to Kashgar, which we should reach very soon once we get past these Minjiang divisions. That would be a great boon for us. And the Siberian War is just going to be rough because of attrition issues. There's a lot of Manchurian divisions up here also. At least we have aircraft in the sky. How many planes do they have up here, I wonder? Let's see, they have approximately 99 planes. We have 100 fighters, though. So, actually, no, they have more fighters than we do. Great. Just great. Currently active fighters. They're 285 from the German Empire. Why? The Germans are fighting the Phoenicians in Siberia. Wow. Phoenician, well, in the air even. It's not even on the ground. Well, maybe it is. I'm not sure if the German Empire has any divisions in Siberia. They have one, I think, that's in exile. But whatever, let's fight their planes. If they're planes of the German Empire, so maybe they won't be able to make any more of them after we beat them, because their country has fallen. It'd be pretty hard to fix their, well, recover from their losses, so to speak. Recent immigrant influx, we'll get some population from that little event. And how's Scandinavia doing? Still looks nearly the same. Very bad supply issues for everyone, but it seems like the Anschluss and the Comintern is continuously, slowly pushing out the Central Empire presence, the Central Powers presence there. And how is Xinjiang faring once more? Keeping a close eye on that. These Minjiang divisions need to move, and Kashgar, a place near Kashgar, is about to, a province next to it is going to be taken by the Army of the People's Front. Xinjiang is going to take that. They're driving back the Soviet cavalry that was attacking that, so maybe they'll leave it vulnerable to our units. At least we stopped their offense. Their offensive that was pushing into Central Asia with our arrival. Now we just need to take Siberia for the Comintern. Just push south. And all of our units that are supposed to be deployed in the Comintern aren't even in their positions yet. But it's whatever. Just push. Do we need a... Oh, we need an offensive line. What am I doing? Make an offensive line. Whoops. Make an offensive line here. I've just been doing manual pushes. Wow. Make an offensive line here. And there we go. 30 divisions will be assigned. Now let's push. Push. There we go. Aggressively execute the battle plan. Try to overwhelm as many Japanese and Manchurian divisions as possible. And it's going well for us thus far. Just pressure these Central Powers and try to drive them back with our numbers as Venice, which is something I never thought would be possible. We're pushing into Siberia now. We made some gains already. That's good. Keep making more gains there. And eventually the goal is to take Vladivostok back, as I may have said before. And we're pushing on Chaita there. Xinjiang is still holding on somehow. Can we get the Kashgar? Our units fell back from Kashgar. Great. Push there once again. Please. Someone take it. I beg of you. Can you get encirclement on these guys? Hopefully get encirclement on them. Get encirclement, move some units there. And I think Mingjiang's entire military is here. I'm surprised the Chinese Soviet Republic couldn't get like military access from the Japanese, because that would really help the rest of the People's Front members. And I think the Chinese Soviet Republic, in fact, is the leader of the People's Front, possibly. Let me check. They are the faction leader of that, yeah. And they're not even really helping their own faction members, so that's rough for Xinjiang and Mingjiang there. The push in Siberia continues. The Manchurian troops here are running into our units. Well, we're running into them more accurately since we're advancing, and we're gaining ground slowly but surely. Can we get an encirclement here? Just go to Mongolia. Maybe we'll have these troops trapped. And a lot of these Mingjiang troops are running out of supplies. I noticed push here, maybe. That's not going to work, I don't think. Can we use force attack now? Nah, we can't do that. Trying to still push into Kashgar, though. They are trying to push out of that place. I think they're low on supply. They are... Yeah, they have... Oh, no, we're low on supply. They're trying, though. They're trying to make their way out of the area. Let's go into Kashgar, though. Push there with the 40th Infantry Division. They're going to win that battle given enough time. Push from Yumaki, please. Push there. Can we get an encirclement, possibly? I would like that. Would love that, actually. Keep pushing. Keep advancing. This is such a slow theater to fight in because of attrition issues. I mean, it could be like Africa, which, I mean, that's worse, I think, because traditionally in Hearts of Iron 4, fighting in Africa or, say, South America, the attrition and the infrastructure is just so lousy. Wars can take, I mean, a very long time. And that's like, I don't know. They just take a long amount. You have to spend a lot of time on fighting those conflicts in those particular continents in this game. We're going to keep pushing. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics has called their Socialist Republic of Somalia into the German-Soviet War. Thank you, Somalia. Will make all the difference here. And in fact, I think Somalia was completely capitulated by the Italians, who are managing to stay alive in Ethiopia. I noticed. I didn't know the Central Powers were still holding on there. There's a naval invasion by Egypt that was launched, I think. And that is going well for them, I guess. Is this where Somalia is holding out? Yeah. Somalia is holding out in British Somaliland. Did they start off with that? Maybe they did. I'm not sure. I'm amazed the Central Powers are holding on to Ethiopia, though. That's interesting. Can we call on these people? Are they a part of our faction? No. Kenya? No. No, never mind then. Keep pushing, though, in Asia. We're going to focus entirely on Asia. That's our front. That's our theater now as Venice, because we have no one left to really fight in the... Well, we do have people to fight in Europe. We just don't want to... It's not really worth the trouble, though. I mean, we could spend our time trying to attack Gotland, for example, but I don't think that'd be too fun. Just keep pushing in Asia. We have a military factory. May make some weapons, please. Make a few more weapons. Have that set up. Now we got to build some more military factories. Okay, build those in France. Build them in France because we run out of space in Venice proper. We're just hitting max limits, our limit for buildings we can make there. And now we're going to build some more military factories. That's all we need, honestly, at this point. And what else do I need? Too much equipment being made, whatever. We got to take, what's this, Hami now? We took Kashgar. That place is captured for our units. Push here. Take out these divisions. This two divisions down here. And let's have one unit move on that province near the border with Afghanistan and Yarkand and try to capture those divisions. And a union of Soviet Socialist Republics annexed Tuva. I wish they would annex Mongolia because that would give us another front to fight on, but it didn't. And in fact, Mongolia is fighting Austria, Latvia, Hungary, and China for some reason. Not sure why, they just are. And recent immigrant influx, okay. And China, what's China doing? China is part of the Pact of Rome faction. They are at war with us, though, so we gotta defeat them. Maybe we do. Do we? I think so. Okay, we do actually, never mind. But they're not being held by Austria and Hungary, so who I can only presume they recognize the futility of fighting against a mighty Comintern, which is an extremely powerful faction at this point. Let's take Hami, please. Get Xinjiang out of the war. Just take this area. Is it a state? We gotta take the entire state? Okay, no. We just gotta take this one city, I believe. This area, we've got 6 encircled Mingjiang divisions. Mingjing out of the war very soon because they're encircled, and they're not going to be able to escape. They have low supply, though, and yeah, encirclement penalty, they're done. those now 4 divisions. That unit's going to be destroyed entirely. Oh well for them. Let's take Hami though, capitulate Xinjiang, and continue our push down south and try to take out the Japanese forces, the Japanese shogunate forces that are in Tibet. But I'm going to end part 9 of my Authoritarian Venice playthrough here in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, the Road to 56. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.